Live. Okay. Okay, guys. So welcome to another live build. So today we have John in, and John runs a few sites actually, but the one we're working on today is Ukulele West. Now, what we're doing today is a little bit different because we're not working on the design. John's only just put the site together, which is a perfect time to do this stuff. So what we're working on is not the design, it's working on how he wants it to work. So, John, give us a few words about, introduce yourself and give us a few words about Ukulele West and what you're trying to achieve with it.
Okay. Thank you, David. Most of the people who are watching know me from probably the basic marketing class, etc., and other things that we've done together. So it's really nice to be here and to have David doing this for me. So John Orion, my site right now that you guys would have seen is called Play at Creation. And through that, one of my students, actually, I was trying to encourage her to take Uke West and make it a thing. And so she finally said, okay, John, I'm going to do that, but you have to come with me. So that's why I'm involved in this. So it's not Uke West. It's interesting that another person from England also calls it Yuki rather than Uke. So Uke West is the site name. Over the last year and a half, we've been meeting online. As soon as, when COVID forced shutdowns, we had been meeting in person and we've been meeting online, found we couldn't jam online. And so we went much more to learning. And so every Saturday morning, we get together for the Saturday morning sessions. Started off as the blues sessions and then gradually moved to Saturday mornings. Or that name. So we have Saturday morning sessions. We have, on the first Thursday evening of every month, we have an open mic, again on Zoom. As well, we ran a year-long festival. It was supposed to be like 6 months. It was so popular, people said, you got to keep going. So we're actually going into fall, and we're going to do the same thing again next year. And that'll be like the second Saturday morning of every month. There's a workshop or a concert. So what we're doing with Uke West is we want to make it a membership site, and that membership includes the Saturday morning sessions, the Thursday evening open mics, the first Thursday of every month, and the festival, the online festival, where we have professional instructors come and teach us. It's only $50. I mean, it's a nominal price, but when people buy that bundle, they will get access to the 3 different sets of meetings, which we're going to use live classes on. And what I want to have happen is that if somebody has signed on as a member, then when they want to come to the Saturday morning session, they just click on the Saturday morning session. They're all registered, just like you did for the basic marketing. There are going to be futures that we'll do, like trips and so on, but that is coming soon. This build is just for the membership site. Okay. And I know Zenler is going to make it available where we can charge for individual sessions. That's not part of this either. Okay. This is just members come in and they can get access to all of these things. And you guys can watch. I mean, we'll do updates later on as we add on more functionality. So there you go. That's the spec.
Yeah, it's good. So what John is doing really is kind of like the tutorials.new Zenler site. So he was very interested when I was showing the site because he was like, that works for what I need it to work for. But there's a few caveats. The one thing that is required for this to work is that the public registration is turned off, because we don't want anybody else getting into the site. Otherwise, they can see these pages because they will be for registered pages only. So we need to be able to turn that off. So I'm going to show you a nifty way of just deleting out the registration block and then diverting people to the actual bundle that he's created, that John has created.
Just a question for you, David. When you say registration, can somebody create an account? Because we will be using Zenler's mail system to send mail to lots of people, in addition to those who are members of these 3 things. So when you say registration, do you mean registration in the membership or registration to get an account on the site?
Registered to get an account. So they won't be able to get an account. However, you could manually add them if you're not, see, right. So when we have someone register using the whatever your domain is /register, you come to the registration page. Now, people can register on the site because they might be interested in material that you're giving out, emails that are being sent. Later on, they might buy a course. That's how we kind of expect it to run. However, if you turn registration off, it doesn't mean that you cannot connect with these people, because you can still send people into forms. However, when they come in, they will not be registered as students. They'll be registered as leads. So you can still use all your marketing funnels. You can still use all your custom forms. It's just no one's going to come in from the registration. So you can, of course, manually add someone as a student yourself if you're sending things out. They, if they are leads, can come in, buy your membership, and then they'll automatically be turned into students. Okay. So that is the key thing. And the key, this is the key thing to make this particular model work. Okay. Now, there's 1,000,001 ways to do different types of memberships. If you've looked at the Complete Guide to Zenler or in the Ask Zenlers, you'll see that I've shown you lots of different ways that you can run a membership site. You've got one-page membership sites. You've got bundled membership sites with multiple access pages. This is a completely different way. This is actually shutting off registration. So it gives you free reign to create as many pages as you want, cross-link them, and anyone coming in under that membership will be able to jump around in those areas. So this is the key to making this work. So this is what we're going to do. So I'm going to screen share now. I'm going to work through this, and then we've got a surprise right at the end as well, because John's going to give us some music. So it's ukulele with John. Okay, ukulele, not ukulele as I call it.
And not Yuki.
not Yuki. I'm thinking of Nuki. We've got a beach down the road called Nuki. Okay. It's kind of like that. Right, let's get into this. So I'm going to first bring up the site. So we're not looking at design today. John's still working on this. He's got, basically he's closed off. Notice there's no header along the top, so no one can come into the site because they've got no way to access anything. He's purely linked this up to MailChimp forms for people to get invites, so he can send them out and then draw them in when he's ready to release the site. Okay, this is really important. So he's got all these bits here that he started adding around here, which is cool. And by the way, John hasn't got the custom domain yet, but he's going to hook it up because he is a pro member. So he's got, at the moment, he's got ukiwest and .newzenler.com. With that in mind, I'm going to be making what's called relative links. Relative links are not the whole link. So normally a whole link would be www.whateverit.com/register, let's say. I'm going to be using what's called relative links, which is just the /register. So you don't need, if it's an internal link inside your site, you don't need to use the whole URL. You can use part of it from the end of the domain off. Now, the advantage of this is when John comes to update this, then those links will still work because they'll take whatever the end of the domain is, and then they'll just go to the correct page. All right, this is a really important thing to understand. So when I do this, because then you'll be like, oh, why are you not taking the whole URL? Why are you only taking the end part? And that's why. So we have this page here. I've started setting some bits up. John sent me some lovely little mock-ups for me to work to as well. So these are the sections that John wants set up here. So we've got Saturday mornings, John just mentioned these, open mic, online festival, and coming soon. And we've got the Uki West and the different colors for these. And then we've got little images underneath. Now, unlike the tutorial site where I've got a big button that takes you to the courses, this is not going to work like that because we want to use an image. So we're going to use an image as a link instead. So we can use this top part of the image, and we can use this. So I've designed it slightly differently. John, you can play around with it as much as you like. We're not talking really about design too much here. We're just talking about how the system's going to work. So I have done a little bit of stuff that I like to do. I've taken the logo here and I've removed the black background that you're going to see in the site. So all this white area inside here, not inside here, inside here is transparent. So you're going to see what will happen. It means that when I put it over a colored block, it's going to cut out nicely. So it means we can reuse the same graphic Why is reusing the same graphic good? Because it cuts down download speed. So when your browser pops up, it loads the image once. If it's repeated, it just goes, doop, 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 doop. Doesn't have to load anything else in because you're using that same image. So that's a little bit of a speed tip for you. If you are reusing images in a page, it can be quite effective. So let's jump across. So we've got the site here. John, feel free to jump in if I'm going too fast or any of that stuff. I can see we've got some people in the group. Hello, hi, Shannon, Vicky, and David. So here we have the site. This is the home page. We're now going to jump into your site, and we have the courses. You have these courses set up. Now, you've set these courses up, but we've already talked about this. We can actually set these up as pages. So these courses are part of a bundle. Let's have a look at the bundle. This is the main bundle. Okay. And what John has done is he has added the courses to the bundle. But here's the big thing. When you create a bundle, it creates a series of pages. It doesn't create a curriculum for you because that's in the courses. It just creates the sales page, checkout page, and a thank you page, and a course access page. Okay. And normally in the course access page, it will be showing the courses that are inside the bundle. But we don't need to put courses inside a bundle to still use it. And as we're working with pages, we can take them out. So I'm going to go to the content here, and I'm going to remove these. Remember, it's really easy. If you want to add any more to the bundle, you can just add a course in here really easily. John's already got one he's starting to set up here that he hasn't added to it yet. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to remove them from the bundle. We got no students in here, so it's absolutely fine. We can play around with this as much as we like. John's given me permission to work on the live site as he's only got 2 admin in there. So they've been removed from this. So let's now do the most important thing, which is to start linking up to this page. So when someone tries to register on the site, they would go to the registration page. Remember, we talked about that. So I don't want them to be able to publicly register. So I need to remove that block, and I need to send them to the checkout, the buy page on this bundle. Okay, so let me go to the sales page, just preview this quickly. So this is the sales page. Again, John, you can change this content later. We're just getting the thing in place, so it's working. So you end up, you're on this page, you click enroll in course, and you go to the buy page, which is here. Okay, and this is the page that we're going to be accessing from the redirect, which is the buy page, which is here, which inside of the pages is checkout page here, which is the buy page. So this is the link that we're going to be using. So I'm going to take this checkout page. Now, you don't have to do it as a checkout page. If you want to send them straight to the sales page of the course bundle, you could use that. But in this case, I want to send them straight to the checkout page because remember, they think they're registering. So I want them to go straight into that page. So I'm going to copy this link. Notice I haven't taken the whole URL. I've just taken from the end. So that's .com. And then I've got /courses. So from that /, I take all that / onwards and I copy that. Okay. Now I'm going to jump to the page. So I'm going to open a new tab here so I can jump back and forth. A little tip, by the way, guys. Instead of jumping out and losing this page, if you want to come back to this page to make any changes, really good little idea is to right-hand click where you need to go and go open in a new tab. And you're going to notice it'll open in a new tab. It means you can get back to this page really easy and you've got site access here. So the page I'm looking for now is the register page. So I'm going to go into this and we're looking for that registration page, which is here. Okay, we can view it here. Just have a look at it. So it's taken us back to there. Oh, probably because I'm logged in. Little tip, guys, if you try and view this register page and you're logged in, it will take you to the home page. So this is the register page. So I'm going to go edit here and we're going to set up the redirect to go to the buy page. So let's just wait for this to open. And I've created the blocks already. So I'll be cross-linking between the pages because we intend to create new pages, 4 new pages for 4 new blocked areas. So here we are. We are on the standard registration page. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to delete it out. So now just by doing that, I've stopped people from registering on the site. I haven't stopped people from buying courses. I've just stopped them from registering on the site. So people are still going to end up on this registration page. So we want them, if they do, to end up at the buy page to actually buy their membership, because that's the only thing we care about. So I'm going to add a little block in here, empty block, drag it in. And then I can put a little bit of text in here. So I'm just going to add a row and I'm going to add an element. We're just going to grab an H1 heading and we're going to go something like redirection in progress for sign up to your membership. And you can put anything you like in here, but remember that they're going to be redirected. So next thing, add a new element, and I want to go into a countdown timer. So it doesn't really matter which one of these pick. I'm going to pick this one here. Okay. So now I've got that little countdown timer in there. I'm going to come across and I'm going to give it like 3 seconds. So what's going to happen is it's going to have a 3-second countdown. After 3 seconds, it's going to do something. What's it going to do? It's going to redirect them to another URL. So I want to go expire action, redirect to URL, and I'm going to put that link in there. That's the link to that buy page. Remember, we're linking back up to this page of the NZ Masterclass bundle, of the bundle that John has. Yeah, this page here. So that's the link that I've put in there. So that's all it's going to do. It's going to put it back there. Now, I don't particularly want to see this countdown timer. So I'm going to go to style. Because I've got the background in white, I'm going to go to the digit color, make it white. I'm going to go to the label color and I'm going to make it white. And I'm going to click save. All right. And click done. Remember to SEO all your pages as well, guys. So that page is set up. So now what we've done is we've turned off public registration, basically replaced it, got rid of the block. And guys, if you need to put this back, remember the blocks are all, you can go to the blocks if you need to, and you can go to the sign up and you can find that registration sign up here and you can drop it back in there. So if you need to revert back, you've always got that ability. So once it's saved, we are going to test it because we love to test things. So I want to set myself up as a member, and I've got to just ask John something first of all. Is it okay for me to go to the people area? Because I know you've got 2 email addresses in there. Is it okay to show that publicly?
Yep. Yes. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to right hand click there. I'm going to click in here because I'm going to add myself as a user to test this out as a student. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go to all. And let's go down to student. And I'm going to go and add a user. And let's put me in as test. And test. And then you can use an email address. Whoops. And password, I'm going to set as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. Something like that, and you can delete this straight out afterwards. All right, so I'm in there as a test student, so I can test all this out now. So I'm going to go into incognito mode. So you'll see what I'm doing. Every time I make a big change like this, turning registration off, I want to go in and test it as a student. I'm not going to start setting up all the pages until this is done. So I'm going to jump in here and it's going to now log me in. If I go to admin and let me just stop the share whilst I put this information in here. Okay. Okay, so I'm in. The only problem is, of course, John has turned everything off, so I can't go anywhere on this page. This is the beauty of live. But if I try to go to the register page, because I know the URL, so I can do this without doing it. I'm going to just show you. I've got that register page here. So because I know that it's a public page, when I go in, because I'm already logged in now, it's going to work. So I'm going to put that URL in here so I can check it. And what I'm expecting to happen when I click enter any second is the page will show up with that redirect. And after 3 seconds, it's going to go to the buy page of the bundle. So let's see if it works. Oh, if I don't add a hash to it, of course. Oh, okay. John, what's going on? What have you done?
I don't know. It looks like it's defaulting to just this page, which is the only one I wanted anybody to see.
Right.
Because it's going to the uquest.newlizendo.com without going to the register. And I'm wondering if it's because you are in fact registered on that site. Oh, sorry, signed in on that site, on that browser page.
I'm signed in as a student. It shouldn't be.
But this is for somebody who. Oh yeah, okay. So you do have to be signed in as a student, right? Okay.
Yeah, I'm signed in as a student, but I don't know why it's doing that. Let me just preview it this way.
Sure.
So it should. There we go. So it's jumped back. So you see how that works, that registration is because John hasn't got the header or anything in there. He's done the right thing. He's done a like pre-launch page. So he's got that page in there, but it keeps flicking you back to it because you're a student, you're registered in. So you can't get out of that loop because it will keep jumping you back as soon as you log in, which is, so maybe if I didn't, yeah, you're right. If I don't actually log in, if I'm logged out, let's just do this again.
You probably have to just do a new one of these, right?
Yeah, absolutely. This is where you lose your marbles. Right, okay. So now if I try register,
yeah,
it should just take me to where I jumped the gun. There we go. So here we go. So we're in, we're not registered. So we want to register. It's jumped back to here.
Now you have to write. Yeah.
So the only way we can get into this course now is to buy it. And then it registers you, and then you have access to the rest of the pages. So a little bit of a workaround there to get back to it because I didn't have my head screwed on. It happens to the best of us, and it catches me out from time to time when if you're registered in, you can't look at some of the pages because it will just default back to the home page. And John has got both pages the same for his home page. So it's confusing because even if you're logged in, you don't get a different page come up. But that's where it's going to change in a second, because I'm going to set up a different page for the logged in users. Okay, so we're going to go and find that coming soon page that you've got there. And you're probably going to want to use that page there, but I'm not going to touch it, John. I'm just going to set this page up and you can add the content as you like. Mm-hmm. So at the moment, John's got logged in, logged out users to this page coming soon. So I'm going to just duplicate this and you're going to see we've got a copy. So I'm going to come into the gear icons and I'm going to say page is visible only for logged in users. That's one thing. So no one can accidentally get to this page. Inside here, we're going to put, let's call it members. Again, you can change this URL however you like. And we're going to call this members area. Okay. And I'll click update. So it's published. So I've got members area. So I'm now going to go and edit this page so I can tell the difference. When I'm logged in, I can actually see the difference in the page. So I might just put some big text on there, John, so you can see the difference.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right.
David, just a quick question.
Sure.
When I saw that, because you are registered, I know, or the system knows your name. So can the welcome say, welcome, David?
No, we can't pull in that data. You might be able to, but I don't think you can't generate
It's a
that
future,
data.
it's a future thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it would actually be quite a good feature now you brought it up, because we do have that personalization setting inside when we send email broadcasts and those sort of things. So maybe that's something that Rakesh can answer. Maybe that's something that's on the lines, because that would be a really cool feature.
Yeah.
I mean, we already have it that you see your name up the top and things when you're in the platform as if I preview this, save and preview. Oh, you don't, but you normally do when you have the header in there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's confusing me not having this as a system. I'm like, where's it gone? It should be there.
That's the one thing I learned from one of your other classes.
I know.
Take all that stuff out so nobody can go anywhere.
Yeah, caught by my own picard, aren't I? Right. So what I've done is I've created this page. So this is now going to be, when we're logged in, we're going to see this page. So the difference between the original page is just this text. And this is going to be the entry point to have our windows to go to all of our areas here. Right. So I'm going to test this again and see if I can mess things up. So I'm going to go into homepage, and I want to be selecting for logged in users. I want to select that new page that I've just created. If I can find it, I'm going to need, guys, little tip. If you've created a new page and you've got open tabs, sometimes you need to refresh the page for the page to show. So now I've go into here, I can see that my page should be there. Save changes. So all I've done is kept this the same as John's currently got it, and I've set up this duplicate page called member area. So anyone logged in, remember we've turned the registration off. So the only people that are going to be coming in here are going to be buying the bundle that John set up, and then they will see this logged in page. So we've now secured the site, so we can play around with it now. So we need to create some pages. So we've got these pages, we've got 4 pages to create, and I'm going to do this really quickly. I'm going to go into pages. I'm going to be creating blank pages for this. So I'm going to add a page, and I'm going to go and add a blank page here. And I'm going to call this the first one, which is Saturday morning. And we'll put that in there. That should set it up. So we're going to have this page is visible only for logged in users. We're going to publish the page, and we're going to click add. It's going to ask me to put that in there. So I'm going to copy that, and you can't have any spaces. So I'm going to put a little hyphen, and I'm going to click add. So that's our Saturday morning page created. It's going to open it up in the editor. While it's opening it up in the editor, I can actually go back to pages and set up a new one. Let's close that down. I'm going to close all these windows because they're confusing. Okay, so we're just left with this. So okay, Saturday morning, save that. Okay, make sure you SEO your pages, John.
Mm-hmm. Take the basic marketing course to know how to do that.
Yeah, it's all in there. So here we go, Saturday morning. So I'm going to duplicate this page. This is where it gets nice and quick now. So if you set up this page once, you can just do the duplication. So let's go and rename this. So this next one I've got is open mic. So I'm going to come in here and call it open mic. And then I'm going to take that, copy it, hyphen, and make sure it's visible for logged in users, publish the page, click update. And I'm going to have to edit that page to write open mic in there. And what we're doing is we're creating the framework. So we're creating these pages. Doesn't matter about the content at the moment. It's just making sure the system works so that we can actually go through to all these pages. And then later on, John can go in and put the content he wants in there. So it makes it nice and easy. So I'm going to put this one open mic. The SEO will come up again. Save that off, close that tab, do another duplicate. This one's called Online Festival. So logged in users only. And edit that, Online Festival. And then I've got one more to do after that, which is coming soon. So once I've done this, then I will, on the logged in page, I will then put the portal that will go through to each of the pages. And then we have it all linked up. So basically when someone buys that bundle, they'll go through and be able to access all those pages. You guys that are watching this that are like, I don't know what you're doing. I am putting a video up on how we did the tutorial site, and you can re-watch this one whenever you like because it's live on the group, and I'm also putting it onto the YouTube channel as well. So, Online Festival. Are you with me so far, John?
Yes. Yep.
So one last page to do, and this one is coming soon. So you see how quick I'm creating these pages or the framework. The time comes in, of course, putting all your elements in, but actually setting up so the system works is fairly quick. Coming soon. And take that. And you'll also notice that I copy and paste a lot of stuff because it's quicker. And I duplicate as well. So generally, if I was doing this site, I would spend a lot more time. On the first page, I would get the style all sorted out and all these things. Once that's all sorted out, I would then duplicate it because I haven't got to do all that internal design work. So John, you might want to do that. You might want to go back, just do your design in Saturday morning, and then either copy that block and drag it in, or just delete these pages out and reset them up following the video.
So one of the ways is I can create a block template, right, out of stuff that I put on the Saturday.
Yeah, and you're going to see down here, that's exactly what I've done.
Okay.
So I'm going to use that template. I'm going to save it out, and I'm going to drop it into these pages. But it saves a lot of time if you've actually got it all the pages in actually one style set up, and you duplicate the page there. It's just a time-saving tip. You know, it can be the difference between spending 4 hours doing something and spending an hour doing it. You know, that's how much time you can save by doing these little tricks. Even things like right-hand clicking and open link in new tab so you don't lose the original page. Even those things are like, you need to do them because it saves you so much time. If you're flicking across to here in this page, then you're finding where you're going, and then you've got to go back to here again, and then you've got to go down the pages, when you can just go like right-hand click, open link in new tab, come into there, jump around where you need to go, and you can always get back to there really quickly. So these are real nuggets of gold for you guys to save you speed. I also sometimes open multiple tabs on these pages. So I'll click this to edit this. And while that's loading, I'll also hit another page. So I've got 2 tabs loading because I know it takes a while for the page loader to come up. So if I hit 2 of them, I can go off, have a cup of coffee, come back, and my tabs are open. So these are all ways that you can optimize your time when you're working with a site.
Does having multiple edit pages open slow down the editor at all?
Not once the editor loads.
Okay.
Once the editor's loaded, it's, as people know, it's pretty quick to work. So it's manageable at the moment. Of course, we're bringing in Page Builder 2.0, and we're going to get rid. The only reason it's taken a long time is it's loading a lot of extraneous code. So we're getting rid of all that code, managing it, and basically making it optimized better so that they pop up much quicker. You probably noticed using the page builder itself, it's quite quick once you're actually in there working with it. It can bog down if you've got a lot of imagery in there, but that's with every website that happens. So it's that's it. So I'm going to show you now a template block. Now, I created this in sort of the style that John sent me here. John, you can change this if you like. I just put this together quickly. I also used this logo here, which I told you it's transparent, it's cut out. Now, if I was to use the one that John sent me, I'd have to cut this out, and then I would have to use a new image for this one because it's on the mustard color. Then I have to new one for this because it's on red, a new one for this that's green. Whereas if I have a transparent one, I can put any color behind it and it's just going to be one image. So it's going to save a lot of time. So I'm going to show you what I've done for this that we're going to use as a block to put into the pages. So I'm going to go into, also notice it's unpublished. I don't want this page to be visible to anybody. So I've kept it as a template block that I can go and edit. Now I need to edit this block because I need to start putting the links in for all of this stuff. So let's go in and have a look at it. So I'm going to go into edit, and we're going to get our little block come up, which has got Saturday morning, open mic, online festival, and coming soon. Right, so here we have it. So you can see that I have a block. I have a row in here. And if I go and change this color, because that image is cut out, I can quickly change this around. You see? So it can save you a lot of time. So what I want to do for Saturday morning, I want to link this up to the Saturday morning page we just created. So I'm going to jump back to pages. I'm going to find the Saturday morning page. I'm not taking the whole URL. I'm only taking up to that / Saturday morning. I'm going to copy that, jump back into the editor. I'm going to click here. This is just an image been inserted in here, by the way, just an image. So I'm going to go down to here, and when it says on click go to, I'm going to paste that in there. Okay. Let's just check that it is all there. Yep. And I'm going to do the same for the bottom image as well, because we have 2 clickable areas. So once again, I'm going to put that in there. That's good. Now
and just as a practice, should we be turning on the open in a new tab?
If you want it open as a new tab, most people do not want that. If you're internally, unless there's a purpose behind it, sometimes you might have, if you're going to an external site, for instance, definitely open in a new tab, because you don't want to lose them from your site. You want to keep them. So even though they've got a new tab open and they look at it, it goes to something like YouTube, they can look at that channel, but there's another tab. You're still active. They're still on your site, meaning they're not bouncing away. So you want to keep them on your site as long as possible. If you have other material, say for instance, you had a song sheet that you've done on another page, then it would be advisable to maybe have an open tab, because then they could see the song sheet and then they can close that and then they're back where they started.
Right.
So depending on
in this case, we want them actually, if they're coming in for the Saturday mornings, to just go to the Saturday mornings and attend the live class from there.
That's it. So, but remember, this block will be in every page. So if they want to jump back to it, just like the tutorial site, they've got that block down the bottom,
right,
to jump back to. So, so the next page I've got to do is open mic. So I'm going to whip through these pretty quickly. So I'm going to go open mic, copy that. Going to come into this, jump across to the settings, goes in there. Take this one down here. And then the fun comes where we start to test this out. So we're linking all these up, and then this block is going to be, we can use this block in multiple areas. So the next one we've got is online festival. So I'm just taking from that / and let's do that. And this is probably setting the pages up, doing these bits is probably the longest part of the job. Okay, last one is coming soon. And because these pages are only for registered users, you can't get to any of these pages unless you're registered in there, meaning you've bought the course or the membership. Right, let's save that. That's done. And I'm going to bring this up a little bit here. And let's just maybe take a little bit of, okay, and save that. So this block, this template block that we've got here, we're going to be reusing this. So we've linked it all up to all the pages. So I'm going to come in here now and I'm going to just save it out as a custom block. Guys, if you're using the free version, you can come along here and you're going to have to copy this code and drop it into an empty block. Okay, got training on that. But this is for pro users. So I'm going to save it out as a block here. So I'm going to call this, what should we call it, John? What do you want me to call it? Access.
Member master. Member master.
Member master. Okay, there we go. Let's save it. Right, so we've done that. That's all in there. So now we can start hooking this into all the pages. So I'm going to close that template down and I'm going to go into, first one I'm going to go into is going to be the new home page, which is members area. So I'm going to click in here to edit this page and we're going to drop that block in there. Let's let that load. It's taking a while. And then Saturday morning.
This is good to know because I typically try to keep just 1 or 2 tabs open, thinking that it's actually saving or making it go faster. But now that you told me it's it doesn't work that way. Yeah.
I never kind of open more than 2 because it does take a load on the system, but it works, you know. So let me just, right, so I'm going to go, this is, remember, this is the welcome area. So I'm going to go down to our custom blocks and inside here, we can put this in here. So because we have to put it into an area, I'm going to drop it in the top. Okay, because this is just showing you, you can move this around as much as you like. You'll probably want to change the formatting anyway.
Yep.
So that one's done. Right, so that's the new members area. I could actually drop that down. I think it's going to appear right down the very bottom. Do you know what? I'm thinking of shall I get rid of all this?
Just get rid of all that stuff. Yeah.
Right, you can add it. You know how to add it in. So yeah. John, I change this image over and put it into the other one. I don't know if you want to do this. I'm going to do it anyway, John. There we go. Look.
Yeah.
So I'll just delete this stuff out, just so you can see the block down the bottom. And
by the way, this is where I was telling people about what the 3 different pieces of the membership are. You know, the Saturday mornings, the open mics, and the workshop.
Oh yeah, yeah. So you'll probably want to put all that back in there again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Remember, you can always do version history and go back if you need to.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit easier for us to see now. So you can see that the blocks are in there. So I'm just going to save that out. And we're just going to add the blocks to all the other pages. So I've got Saturday morning. I'm going to come in here, grab this block, drag it in under there. Perfect. Let's save that out. And I've done Saturday morning, so I need to do open mic. Should be done. That's done. Open mic. So I've got festival there. So time-saving tip, just open those tabs, let one load, work on it while you're doing that. The other one's opened and you can jump straight across to it. It doesn't seem to add a lot more time opening 1 or 2 tabs. Any more than 2 tabs, it can slow it down. That's what John was talking about just now.
That's good to know.
Yeah, try it.
Because you always think if 2 is good, then 4 must be better. Not quite.
Open them all up. Right, so I'm going to save that one down. Notice this one's already loaded. You see, that's why I do it. It can really save you, because you're probably thinking, it takes ages for my pages to load, but it doesn't take very long if you open 2 tabs at a time. So let's jump in here, and we've got one last one to do, which is the festival one. These are all finished with.
Is it the festival or the coming soon?
No, you're right. It's coming soon. It's good, John. You're keeping me in check.
Yeah. And you notice that the Tower of Pisa, because of Italy 2022, kind of.
Right, yeah. And you got a bit of green from the Italian flag. So you don't just put these things together, do you? There's a lot of thought goes behind them.
Yep.
Right, so I'm saving that. So now what we've done, to recap, is we turn registration off. We've done a redirect back to the NZ Masterclass bundle, to John's bundle. We've also set up a new homepage for logged in users, and inside there is this generic block so that we can jump around the site inside of it. So once I save this, we should be in a position to test it. So remember, if I test this site as I'm registered, I'm going to be in the system already. Okay, so let's go and do that. So I'm going to go to the home page, which is the members area, to test this out. So members area. So I'm going to preview this, and here we go. Welcome member. Click in here. Jump to Saturday mornings, click in here, jump to open mic, click in here, jump to online festival, click in here. And did I link it up? I don't think I linked.
Maybe not. No.
No, I have. I just didn't change the text. I can see the URL.
Okay. Yeah.
So I need to change that. Coming soon. So let me just do that. Obviously,
this is why you test.
Jumping the gun a bit there. So you see it's working already, John.
Yep. Then the only other piece that would be on here then is the link to the live class, the next live class.
Yeah. These Saturday morning open mic. So you'd set your live events up and put them inside the. Here we go. Let's just change this. All right. Just refresh this. So I hit coming soon. Online festival. So I basically built an internal link, and all these pages are accessible. So if I go in accessible as you are registered, meaning the only way is to buy it. So I'm going to go in and we're going to test this out. So this is the main thing, because I've got my pages set up. I can do what I like with the pages. I can add more content in there. If I want to set another block up, I can do that, set pages up. Someone who's logging in, it's not going to affect them. You could set that page on unpublished, and when you're ready, you could just replace those blocks and link it up. Really easy stuff, guys. So if I go into incognito mode now and we go to the site. We are not logged in. Okay, so we're not logged in, so we'd have to be logged in. So I'm going to log myself in. So I'm going to go to as if I was logged in, yeah, because we haven't set this site up with the navigation yet. So they would go to the register page, that would be along the top. You hit here, you jump back into here, you pay your money, and then you would be registered. And then from that point on, you're going to see it like this. So when they finish, they're going to come into here as the home page, as the registered home page. Remember, this is off-putting because John hasn't got the header along the top. If you've got that, you can log out and see all those things. But this is what will happen when someone logs in. They were going to this area, and at that point, they've bought the bundle or the membership, and now they're in here to be able to jump around. So the system is set up. That's it. That's all we need to do. If you log out here, you're going to come straight back to this page. Okay.
Right. Yeah. And so after, or when we do launch, this page will be of no use anymore because we won't have the invitation. This is prior to launch. After that, there'll be something else that'll happen.
Yeah. What you'll have is, and we can do that. I don't want to mess this page up. I'm going to do it as a duplicate page. Because what you can do is you can send them, you can have something on there with those blocks, and you can say join our membership. You've got access to Saturday mornings, open mic, online festival coming soon, and all you do is you point them to the buy page, or if you want to utilize the sales page of the NZ master of the bundle, you can. Yeah. So if you want to use that sales page, you can disregard that sales page because all we're trying to do is get them into here. But you see how we've got no courses in here at all.
Yeah.
So at the moment we have no courses, but later on, if you want to add a course, you could add a course into there. And that's it. That is it. So I'm going to just jump back in and we have one last page to look at. So I'm logged in. So at the moment we have all the courses. This is the all courses page. This is what I was going to ask you, John. Do you want it to say all courses? Because it's a membership, isn't it?
Yeah, it won't, the members won't need to see this. At some point, remember I talked about futures where we'll have some kind of academy, and yes, there will be courses. So at some time in the future, we will have those, but starting off in November, we won't.
Right. So we need to get rid of this content, which can easily be added back. And what we should do, instead of all courses, we should have your membership.
Membership, yeah.
So I'm going to take this, it says all courses, and I'm going to do the first change. So we're doing a few little different things. We're going to go into language here. I'm going to type in, it's probably going to, I don't think I'm logged in. Come on.
One of the points you made earlier was I have Play Creation, and this is my second of 3 sites, right, on my pro account. So when I come in here and change language, this is language just specific to Uke West, doesn't do anything for the Play Creation site.
Completely separate site. I mean, because John set me up as admin. You're going to notice here, I haven't got access to Play It Create at all in here. You know, I haven't got access even as admin to your integrations.
Right.
So it's good for you to know. You as super admin, as the owner of the site,
as the owner, yeah,
can jump between all of your sites up here, and you've also got access to all of your integrations.
Right.
You know, so you have control of all that because that's like really high priority stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because the integration was like Stripe and PayPal and so on is stuff that I would have to do. You as the admin cannot.
yeah, because it's your money.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's your account. And that's why we don't share accounts. You know, it's like people ask all the time, oh, you know, if I've got 3 accounts, can I sell them off? No, we don't do that. That's why you control it. So you're in control of that, where that is. You can go in here as admin, as super admin, and you can set up different PayPal accounts and Stripe accounts under integration. And it will just be for UQuest. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So under Play Creation, you can go in there and set up different integration accounts there.
Yeah.
But you're the super admin user. As an admin user, you don't have that. I've got access to everything else to be able to administrate your site, but not super admin, not the controller of the site.
Yeah. And right now, the way it's set up is both Play Creation and UQuest come to the Stripe and PayPal accounts that I've got set up because we didn't have the UQuest domain registered. Now we do, and we've got the email for it. So now I can set up separate Stripe and PayPal accounts for UQuest.
Yeah, and you can do that in there, and that will stay separated from any of your other 2 sites.
Yeah, this is the kind of detail that typically we don't get into because we're usually only playing with one site at a time, right? Everybody's just creating the main site. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know how easy it was to set up a new site. Just click on add site and you get a new site. It's really easy, guys. You guys, new guys that are watching this that are on free plan and those things, like this is how this kind of works. So if you're on premium, you'll get 10 sites. If you're on pro, you get 3 sites. No other platform does that. Okay. They would charge you 3 times the amount for that. So it's one of the great things. It means that you can play around, you know, you can do these extra things like John's doing. So, you know, think of the amount of money you're saving, John, by having these two sites. If you were with Teachable or Thinkific or something, you'd be paying 3 times, you know, 2 times the amount.
And get in now while it's still on beta pricing because you guys will be going live pretty soon, I imagine. So do it now.
Yeah.
In fact, the third site is going to be something around project management called Make It Happen. So I will actually be using the 3 sites.
Yeah. And it's amazing, isn't it? That you just, you think, oh, I've got one thing to do. And then you've got these 2 other sites and you've built your site. And then you go, actually, I've got an idea to do something else. And you can do it. And it's free, doesn't cost you a penny. Whereas if you were re-signing up for one of the other platforms, you'd be like, oh, well, I'm not going to risk doing that. I've just got an idea. You can make your ideas a reality because you've got 2 extra free sites to play around with. Great. I love it. So I'm going to put courses in here because I'm going to change this now to membership. So where we've got my courses, I'm going to put your, let's do it capitals because that's what you did, membership. So I've changed that in languages. So I went to site languages. I then typed courses in there and that brings up all the variations. By the way, guys, these are words that are generated in the system. So sometimes you'll find things you can't change. So if you come into the language area, you can change them. You just need to click save. And now if I come back to this and I refresh it, you're going to see that changes, or it should change, but it's cached.
Yeah.
It's cached, but it should change. I haven't had this happen for ages. Maybe I didn't save it. I did save it. Definitely saved it. Oh, it was there actually, wasn't it? My courses, all courses. Right. That would help. Oh, brilliant. That is brilliant.
Well, I'll come back and figure out where that is. I'll have to figure out like which one of the keys it's actually using there.
Yeah, it's it should just update. I'm pretty sure it's a cache problem.
Okay.
Let's try going to a different page. No, it's in there, but it should. That's how it should change. Sorry, guys. Yeah. But you've got this all courses page, which is going to be your membership. So what I did with the tutorials is I deleted out the all courses because John's not using it at the moment. So remember, you can always add this stuff back in. Okay, so you don't have to have it here. You can add it in later. So what I want to put inside this membership is I want to put that block in there. So to find this page, which is courses there, I'm going to go and jump to the pages area. Where is it? My courses.
Or is it just courses?
Courses.
Oh, no, it's my courses.
My
okay.
Courses. Might not be the same one. This sometimes it's, I should have done my homework, shouldn't I, John? I went in there, created the block, and I didn't really play around inside the site. It's always a good idea to understand what someone's done with the site. Otherwise, you get into these trouble. So my fault.
Well, this is good for everybody to see, though, because I mean, it's like you live and breathe this stuff, and for some of us who need scuba gear to get in here, it's okay. I mean, we learn by doing.
Yeah, exactly. It's all right to make. Oh, it's got changed to your membership in there. Oh, it's just that top part. Okay, so that's why it's changed your membership in there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to. Which, by the way, changed in there. It's not the same page. I'm not very confused. Right, anyway, let's go down. Pretty sure this is not going to. So instead of having that course block in there, my courses, I'm going to put that in there. So this, again, this is because they're coming in there. You want to make sure that they are just having access to this so they can jump around at every point that it comes up, every page, even the courses. If you add courses to this, you want to put this block down the bottom so they have a consistent way of jumping around the site. Yep. And that is done. So I'm going to look, because I'm pretty sure there's another page in here. Courses.
All courses.
There it is. That's the one. You've got my courses and your courses. It looks like you've created some duplicate pages there, John.
Yeah, to play, basically.
To catch me out. That's what you've done. Courses. Okay, here we go. So again, if you're worried, if any of you are watching this and are worried about deleting blocks because you're like, well, I don't know what I'm deleting and how to put it back. All these things you can find in here. So like in courses, you can find those blocks again. If you need to add them all back, like my courses, all courses, you can just put them straight in there. So just drag them, drop them back in there, really easy. So now I've got this. What's going to happen is I'm logged in and now I've got this. So that again, I can jump around. So I can go into here, and into here, into here. If I go back to what should be saying my membership, again, I can jump into here as well. So that's really annoying me that. I'm going to figure it out if it kills me. Yeah, let's go in here. Oh, you've done it as a, oh, I see. So I can just put my membership. Click update. It's as easy as that.
Yeah, just there is so much stuff that we can do, so much flexibility that we can make it look exactly like we want.
Yeah. In fact, let's go a stage further with this. And I think we've got time. So let's go a stage further and set up a drop-down menu for my membership. So really easy, just a little bit of extra stuff going on. So I'm just going to I'm closing these windows down just so that it's easier for you guys to see what's going on. These are just pages I've already edited. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to hit this settings and I'm going to come over to here and I'm going to edit this. I'm actually going to add a link in here. I'm going to visible to only to logged in users. That should have been changed.
Why does that still say all courses?
Yeah, it shouldn't, should it? Oh, I tell you why. Because I didn't refresh the page.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Good spot. So now I've come to the page where I actually did change it. And then I've closed the other page because I'm silly like that. I can open it up. Yeah, it's that refreshing page thing. Do you remember how I created that extra logged in page, homepage? And then I went back to select that homepage and it wasn't there. It's because I needed to refresh it because the page didn't exist. So I had to refresh it, and then it looks at it and goes, oh, well, there's a new page. I'll show that. And then you can drop down to it. So it's definitely something to think about. If you're working at speed like I do, these kind of things happen all the time. Because there we go. So I've got it in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a drop-down membership. So my membership is going to have a drop-down, and we're going to be able to go to Saturday mornings, open mic, online festival coming soon. So I'm going to go into the edit here. I'm going to do a few little things. Instead of this going to a link, we're actually going to change this to a drop-down. Okay. Now I need to do that to activate the drop-down. So I'm going to click do that. And then I'm going to click here, add sub menu. So in the sub menu, I want the text and I want it to be Saturday morning. And I want to grab that. Shall I do it all capitals, John?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. I want to grab that link, that page. So let's right-hand click and copy link address. Another little shortcut for you. The action for this is go to link. I'm going to drop that link in there.
Does it put it in as relative?
No, it won't, but I'm going to just fix that now. You can see it's put the whole URL in. I'm just going to take that URL off and I'm going to click that. And I'm going to click save. So Saturday morning, let's do open mic next. So open mic. Ooh. Open mic and go to link. And I know what it is, so I'm not even going to bother. By the way, guys, doesn't matter if you use capitals.
Do you have a slash in front of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you need that, do you?
Yeah. Remember, you always got that /.
Yeah. Okay.
So always put that slash, because otherwise it's just going to go .com and then it needs that / because it go .com open mic. But then it's to go .com / open mic to take you to the right page. So we're going to do that one. Then we're going to do another one. This one will be online
festival.
Go to link. Let's just save that one. And we have coming soon. Go to the link. Save that, save, and we'll just preview this. So now we have created a drop down for this. So if someone's coming in here, they'll go to online festival and they'll go to Saturday morning, go to open mic. Do test all of these as well when you do it. Okay, so there we have a drop down system. This menu is only visible to people that are logged in because you've set that in the menu. Edit, visible to logged in only, and I didn't. So that's why testing is really important. And that's it. That is how it works. So you can link everything up, jump around, and have fun with it. And you don't need to put the courses in the bundle. But later on, if you want to put courses into a bundle, and I know John does down the line, he wants this set up as this is an initial project to set this up. But later on, John's going to be selling courses. And when he does, on his membership page or his all courses page, he will need to put that block back in with my courses because they're going to show up underneath this. Okay.
Okay. Now, do we have time to show one other thing?
Go on.
How would I hook up a live class on that open mic page. Because remember, this is one of the things you have in the marketing thing is you go there and, oh yeah, here is the next class that you're registered for.
Yeah. So what you're going to have to do with that is you're going to have to put the courses back into the bundle. So if, for instance, you've got, we're going a little bit outside of the kind of goal of what we're achieving with this, but I'm going to quickly show you. I don't want to get too technical with it because like as these things build up, they get more and more technical. Yeah. So I'm going to go into courses and we're going to go to, which one are we going to set up a live event for?
The Saturday morning sessions.
So Saturday morning sessions. So what we'll do is we'll come into here and this is where we're going to add it because we're actually going to use the course access page of the Saturday morning mic.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Saturday morning sessions. Okay.
Yeah. We could, right? Because we could use that page and we could add it. So it, depending on what you want to do you want this Saturday morning course to have a curriculum with it?
No, all it's got is the lives. So is it possible to put a live on a page?
Yes. Yes, it is. We can do the book now and stuff, but the only problem that we're going to have with this is how many are you're running a live in open mic, you're running a live in Saturday mornings,
and a live for the workshops, for the festival. So
right.
each one of those has a separate set of lives attached to it.
Okay, it's going to get a little bit complex. I might have to do this as an Ask Zenler, I think, because we have the ability to use webinar blocks and live class blocks. Those live webinar, live class blocks allow you to be able to drop them straight into a page or into a course. The only problem is if you set up multiple ones, they will appear like if you set up one for Saturday morning live class and you set up one for open mics, if you drop that dynamic block in there, it will show all of the lives.
Okay.
So what we'd have to do is we would have to go and actually set up a block to go directly to that live event, which I'll show you outside of it. So when we bring in the new features, which are going to be like the paid lives where we can stream straight into a course, this is going to make it really easy because we can set it up as free and we can put it in there, we can drop them around, and it's going to be a lot easier for you to work with this kind of site. But we can do it, but it's going to be a little bit of workaround for it. So we could either put it into the pages or we could put it into the course. So we could add that course, that Saturday morning session. And
I think that may be the reason I had courses in the first place, because I could attach live classes to it.
Yeah, but but the live, exactly. So the live class could be just for that. So if we got that in there now, we've got Saturday morning session. So I would need to, and this is where we can get a little bit more complicated. I'm going to go into here and I'm going to go down to the course access page for our Saturday morning. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to jump back to the pages.
Sorry, this is going a little bit farther than you anticipated, I think.
Yeah, it's fine. But it's just if people are getting confused by this, it's like we're adding complexities to this.
Yes.
So unlike taking someone's site and just making it look pretty, this is serious stuff because we're working on how the actual membership site for John has to work. So it doesn't really matter about the content, but it matters about all those things, all those pages we're creating, what courses we're putting into the bundle. All these things need to be thought about. Again, this is on replay, so you guys can digest it slowly. We've done the pages, we've done all that stuff. We're just taking things a little bit further. So where we've got Saturday morning page now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to link directly. Remember, we put that that Saturday morning course into the bundle. And remember, people are signing up to the bundle, so they'll have access to any courses in the bundle, yeah, as well as all the pages. So I hope that's making sense.
It will. And I'll make an offer to people, like if they want to come back to me later on to say, hey, John, how did you finally do that? Do so. It might be a couple of weeks.
Well, I'm kind of showing it, really. So it's like I'll figure out the solution to set up the live things. But what I've done is I've just created a button. Now, it could be a graphic. You could have text around it. All I want is, remember, this is to jump between the sections. Okay. This here is the content. So this is where you start putting the content. So we've added that course to the bundle. So I now need to link to it. So I just created a simple button. Let's name it go to the event, something like that. Doesn't matter. Choose an action, go to link. Going to copy that link in there that I grabbed from the course. Remember that link?
Yep.
I took from here. This is the Saturday morning. I'm going to save that out. Okay. And now we're going to preview this page. What's going to happen, because I'm already in that course, I can click go to event. It's going to take me to the course access page of the Saturday morning session, which is in there. And now you can access now. You set something up there. Courses include access now. Yeah. So you can remove all this, and then we could set the live up. So we could go into the live. We could go to live class. Have you set any up in here? Saturday morning. Is this one you've already run?
Yeah, I was at, well, you see where it says January 15, 2022, right? So I'm thinking, yeah.
Oh, okay.
The other one is the test. The 18th of September was a test.
Right, okay. This is good. So you've already got it set up. So if I drop the block in there, so you need to go to live, set this up. You'll need to make sure that this course, this is going into the, when it loads. Have you done it into the, yep, you have. So that's perfect. You've got reoccurrences. Yeah, so you set it up. That's good. Right, so I can go back into the page, which is the course page, course access page here. I'm going to edit this page. Remember, that's this page that we got to via this button. So this is how the linkage is going to happen. I'm going to put the live event straight in there so people can book. And at the bottom of this page, I'm going to put that block back in so people can jump out of this. So you're jumping between certain parts at every stage you go. Now, you'd have to change all this top area, John. I'm not going to. I'm going to just drop in a block here. So we have our live class block, and we've got our upcoming live classes. We've got two different styles here. I'm going to drop that in there. And we should have your live event come up. There it is there. So people can book their spot.
So that's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. But also at the bottom here, you probably want to include, you probably want to get rid of all this at the bottom here so people can jump around. We're going to put our custom block in here. So now we've created the whole system between those pages. So I'm going to click save. We're going to jump back here. I'm going to refresh this page. So people have gone in, they've gone to the home page. They're logged in. They go, right, I want to take the Saturday morning session. So I'm going to go into Saturday morning. I can jump back if I need to these areas. But I'm interested in Saturday morning. I'm going to go to the event. The page is going to come up. They can book their spot. And then if I want to jump back to this page, I can. So that's the whole linking thing. So you see how you can even link between your courses as well as your static pages that you've created. So I'm hoping that that will kind of really inspire a lot of you guys that are working with membership sites on how it can be really expanded out. Now with this, with what we have here, we have the ability to set up hundreds of pages, set up loads of courses, drop them in there, split the courses out, make them paid for if you want to. It's all just thinking about it and thinking about how it works. And that's what we've done here. So, John, are you happy with that?
Yes, I am. Thank you very much. And I know I've got to go back in there and take a look at, you know, how do I actually want all that stuff to look and feel? and always thinking about the customer journey as they come in to
Mm.
make it so simple that, okay, it's Saturday morning, I'm going through, click on that, and there's my registration page. Or not registration page, my waiting page, because I've already registered or booked for it.
Yeah.
Because
And
it's all series, right?
yeah, so this is in, I mean, there's going to be, we at Zenler, we realize there's a massive need for like what John's doing. He's doing live classes, he's even get together, building a community. Everyone's on these live chats. He's got these different areas set up. And we realize there's a real big need to be able to make sure that events are showing in different courses. And that you can also charge for them as well. So this is where we're going with all the Zoom stuff, the live stuff that we're doing, and we're going to push forwards with all that stuff. It's going to be really good for people like therapists, gym instructors, everybody that needs to talk to someone one-to-one or in a big group like John is. Then this is going to be the way forwards. So there's more to do from us, but we have it in place that you can do what you need to do now, and it's only going to get better going forwards. So there we go. I know I'm going to chat to you afterwards, John, because I know your specific needs about setting different lives up for different classes. So I'm going to find a solution. When I do find a solution, it's going to probably require a little bit of coding and stuff. So if I find a solution, that will go into Ninja Tricks. And don't worry, guys, I will do an announcement. So you'll get an announcement of how I've actually done that, made that work. If I don't have to use code, I won't, but I might have to. So we are nearly wrapping up. So I think we've got a very, very special thing coming from John. As we've used the ukulele, he's going to play us something.
Yeah.
Have you got your background noise thing on?
Oh, no, I was just going to point that out. Is one of the things that we learned to do is with Zoom, you can turn original sound off and on. So Zoom has a filter to kind of filter out background noises. So when we're speaking, it wants to catch your voice, right? But when you're playing, you want the background stuff to come in. So you can turn original sound off and go to Zoom and you'll figure out how to do it. But just know that there is that possibility. And I am now going to turn original sound, turn on original sound, okay? And so I don't know if you detected anything, but when I start playing, it'll make a difference.
Yeah, and that is in settings, in your Zoom settings. Go down to audio, scroll down, and you're going to see there that you can turn on original sound. Okay, John.
And one of the things that I always insist, well, I keep telling our folks, use a metronome. So that's what you saw me doing before. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but I'm going to do Summertime. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich, and your ma is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. Then you'll spread your wings and you'll take to the sky. But till that morning, there's nothing can harm you. With Daddy and Mommy standing by. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. Then you'll spread your wings and you'll take to the sky. But till that morning, there's nothing can harm you. With Daddy and Mommy standing by. With Daddy and Mommy standing by.
Well done, John. Look at that. It's another.
That's what you guys get to do on UQuest. Come and learn songs like that. And we really encourage our folks to kind of step up and step up what they're doing. So we have, just members teaching each other, right?
Yeah.
And so to teach, you have to learn the song. And that's how you can become better.
It's brilliant. It's really good. I mean, what platform has its instructors performing? Hey, I was saying to Rakesh, and he was like, "I love it. It's so good. This is a new level." So, guys, if you're on any of these lives and you've got a talent like John has, show us. We're happy to see it. Great, fantastic, John. Really good. I hope you enjoyed what we did today, and it sort of opened your eyes up to it.
This is very, very valuable. And over the like I said, over the next couple of weeks, I'll fill it out because by the middle of October, I want our little core testing group to actually test it, and then we're going to open it up in November to the public. Right? Yeah. So by the middle of November, it'll be done up. So if people want to come back, and I can do a little Zoom and show what I've changed.
Yeah, it's good. And Rakesh has actually been on. He was talking earlier about the the personalization variables. Mm-hmm. So he says that's coming. So okay. I'm sure. Well, he always watches these anyway. So he takes up. He's very active, checking Excellent. That we're not going a bit crazy. So he's always checking that things, like if people are asking for things and any problems that we have, they actually get implemented. So it's a really good thing. I love that one, John. That was brilliant. It's going to go into live.
Thank you very much, David, for doing this. I mean, I really appreciate it. There's so much stuff there, like for us newbies really on the outside trying to figure out how to do this. It's so important to have the amount of training that Zenler provides. It's just amazing.
Yeah, we do our best, but it's good to get the rewards. We've got ukulele with John. I think we should make this a slot. Fantastic. So I'm going to say farewell. Have a good rest of your day, won't you, John?
Yeah,
I'm going to have my dinner now.
Okay. Well, we're going for an open jam. Everything is locked down here because of COVID, but we can meet outside. So we're going to a park. And it's going to be about 30 of us come together. The people who are going to be members, actually, are going to get together in person.
Yeah, it would be good to do this again, actually, get a group on there. Make a song up for Zenler. I mean, St. Ives, where I live, it's really, really, it's a very arty and music inspired town. We have lots and lots of our local pubs they jam there all the time. You know, there's one just 1 minute from me down the road, and they have really good musicians playing things like ukulele. We have harps, there's violins. You know, it's really good to get involved in it. Even if you're not a musician, I'm trying to do things. I've been playing for a few years, but I'm more than a few years, but I haven't picked it up for ages. And it's such a good way to unwind and release. You know, I do surfing.
And what we're looking at doing is building community, using music to build community. And in fact, you know, they're coming soon. I had to put that in there because we want to be doing retreats and festivals and so on. So, you know, bring up a group of people from Canada, for instance, to where you are, hook up with the local ukulele musicians there, and have a kind of a retreat festival. You know, we could maybe even learn to surf.
Yeah, that would be great. Well, when you get this site up and running, I'm going to take it to a few of the places around and see if I can get people to come in there and join, because they love playing. So it's going to be, it's going to be interesting. So like, guys, you know, we have these chats and you're talking amongst yourself, network amongst yourselves. You might find things where you can hook up with each other and generate business or community. I know John's very much into the community spirit of things, and that's why he's doing this. So it's kind of like money's like a second thing. It's kind of like more about the love of it, which I think is the right attitude personally. But good one, John. I shall speak to you very soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
See you later.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.